Let's go ahead and get started with this tour of the BHHS Resource Center. It's the end of 2022, so some of you all are getting prepared, getting ready to go for 2023. If you haven't been in here, you haven't seen this, I did sell a house this year, so this is good as an example. There's the personal awards tracker for BHHS here. You can see I've earned $14,775 towards Honor Society. So all I have to close in the next 15 days if I want to get an Honor Society award is $60,225. So it's kind of a neat little tracker. Once you hit a threshold, it will switch over to the next threshold. So it's a cool little tool they've got there on the front if you're interested in that. I am not in the top 10 of agents in residential. I'm also not in the top 25. I'm just not there. So I'm outside the bubble, but that's a cool little thing if you're looking for stats and you like to know where you're at. Again, there's some volume there, so you can see where that is. And sometimes I get volume, Barbara Kays will see volume because Rain will report something under us for some reason. So sometimes we have volume show up. And then we're trying to get it off and put into the right agent, but occasionally they do input our name, our number at another office when we're having a co-broke. So that's why we do end up with reports sometimes that show this, but this is good as an example. So you can see where you are in awards if awards so concern you. All right, underneath that, there are some active groups and information. If you're interested in any of the groups within the Berkshire Hathaway network, you can see here, Ask the Community has 911 members. The Luxury Collection Network has 1,200 members. Resorts Properties has 1,000 plus members. LGBTQ has over 800. Military and Veteran over 800. The foreign ones have a couple hundred members, give or take, some relocation. So different groups and memberships where you can join in and become a member of and see some interaction and communication with other people that have the same interests that you might have. So you certainly can, let's just go to this one, Ask the Community, and it will open up. And in here you have basically a thread of different comments with replies that are in this grouping. So you're welcome to click on any one of those and take a look at what's in those communities there at any given point in time. Those are live, so it's updated. So it's kind of like a little social media for Berkshire Hathaway agents all around the country. Okay, across the top here, we have the app launcher if you're using apps. So you click on this. It will bring up Marketing Resource, AdWorks, Prospect Converter, Marketing Resource, Commercial Resource, or IQ system if you're using the apps and you're using this as a mobile type product. You have your home, which is this main screen right here. Chatter is, again, going to take you to those active groups. So those groups are right there, the same ones that I showed you from the home. But if you're just going from the top here, it's right here under Chatter. Awards, again, same type of information, but you have your awards. This one I'll highlight for you all. If you have not looked at this one, please definitely come here and check out the benefits and discounts. If you have a cell phone and you are not getting a discount, you are wasting money because there is a discount for pretty much every cell phone provider in here. I'm not going to scroll through everything. I'm going to let you all take a look at it. Well, I could scroll through it, I guess, real quick, and you can take a peek. If you go into the gym, Flowers, AdWorks, Apple, Benjamin Moore, cars, all kinds of different entities, Cadell Computers. I think one of my agents got the Dell discount, got a couple $100 off his computer. FedEx discounts, Ford, Hertz, Hilton, Hyatt, Lowen. I said something about cell phones, and I don't see one of the cell phones yet, so it's pretty funny. I know they're in here somewhere. But you have in here a whole lot of different programs. You just click on one of them and it'll give you the discount program or code or link to get in here. There's Verizon right there. Maybe Verizon's the only one now. Hold on. Maybe I'm lying. Yeah, there's AT&T. So AT&T, Verizon, I guess those are the two big ones. Maybe they don't have one with everyone, but if you do have AT&T and Verizon, do check out those discounts there. All right, so definitely go check out the discounts and benefits. Barbara Kays, remember when C's Candy was on here? See's Candy and Fruit of Loom were like two of the first like 8 vendors that were here because those are Warren Buffett's companies. So we had discounts to See's Candy and Fruit of Loom. And if anybody remembers Shirley Connor could eat See's Candy as her breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So she loved that there was a discount with See's Candy. So they're not there anymore, bummer. But there are some great benefits and discounts. If you all haven't taken advantage, please do go ahead and take a look, take advantage of that. If you're looking for any companies that are in a different area, you're looking for referrals or anything of that magnitude, you can click on the company locator and you will get the worldwide search engine here for it. And I say worldwide because this will take you to Abu Dhabi. It'll take you all over. It's not just the United States, not just Europe, it's the whole world. So it's the worldwide actual company locator for Berkshire Hathaways. All right, events and training. We have networks and events training. If you're looking for information on the conference, the convention this year in Las Vegas, you can click here and check out those different events, those different trainings. Now, the training comes up with the Learn Center calendar. So there are lots of events, which I click on, and there's no events here. So it's probably December. And let me see if I go back to November. See if there's still. It's kind of wonky because it's going backwards. But if you want to look at your web center, you click there, and this should take us to our training events. Let's see if there's any loaded for the rest of the year. Now this here, the Learn Center, when you come here, I don't see, yeah, there looks like everything's done for the year. So I'll just go back and show you the Learn Center itself. So don't worry about that calendar right now, but if you're looking for something based on a calendar in the future, come 2023, January, February, you can start get back in there. But end of the year, we're starting to wind down, training's winding down. Everybody's doing that. All right, support, you have a knowledge base and a contact for support. If you need to reach out, knowledge base, you can do your own research searching and then contacting support if you need that. Let's see here, we got topics. We have different topics: affinity, diversity, marketing, tools, network, recruiting, specialty markets, strength of the brand. So if you need some more information on the brand to go out on your listing appointments, there's discussions here, and then there's also articles. So you can see all of the different little pieces that will help you with some of your presentations. All right, then if you have any administration, I don't know that you guys have that. I think that's more me than you, so I'll just kind of skip over that one. All right, and click back on home. All right, now these are the 8 primary functions of the Resource Center that most people are looking for. As Barbara said when we first came to Berkshire Hathaway, there are so many things, so many tools, and you can't ever find it a second time. I would agree with that. It's difficult at times to find things you're looking for, and it's hard to bookmark them because you have to log back in with your password. So just use your search little button here and type in what you're looking for, and it should bring you to a slew of things. If I type in training, and here just gives me a bunch of different things that are training. So if you know what you're looking for, you can type it into the search, and that's probably going to be the easiest way to find something unless you're actually clicking on one of these 8 buttons, which are the most common used buttons. All right, so first here you have Chalk Digital. All right, and Chalk Digital helps with these ads. So you get that 7 days free when you first list the property, where it does that kind of follow around. You know, when y'all click on like Home Depot or Target, you're like shopping for something and you click on a Home Depot ad or you click on a Target ad, and next thing you know, you got like toothpaste or saws every time you turn around. Like, how comes I'm getting a saw when I'm on ESPN ad, or I got a thing of toothpaste when I'm watching the news? Well, that's because there are these following on that kind of follow you, right? That's Big Brother watching. So this is what this Chalk Digital does. It's a follow type of ad. So you have 4 different services, and you get that first ad when your listing goes live for 7 days. You don't even know you're getting it. You're not even sure that it's working, but it is working as long as you've put in your database of people into the center. And I'll show you where the database here is in a few minutes. All right, so this is Chalk Digital. Has anybody, well, there's not really anybody watching, so. All right, any questions? I'll stop there and I'll just ask anybody's questions on Chalk Digital. Okay, so I'm getting deathly silenced and I can't see anybody. So let me just ask this question. You can type it in the chat. Does anybody know you're using Chalk Digital above and beyond the basic? Is anybody using it above the basic? Grady, you're using above the basics? Okay. Mahama, no. All right, so no, I don't yet. Okay. All right, so Chalk Digital, let me just kind of hit it a little bit, is for us old people like me. And I saw Regina get on there and Barbara K's where we used to use the paper, the newspaper. Do y'all know what that thing is? A little person would come and throw it on the doorstep at 4 o'clock in the morning. Oh, there's Tony. Tony knows what the newspaper is. So this is like your newspaper ad on digital. Okay, so if you're looking, how do I expand the reach of my advertising for myself, for my particular listing, come here to Chalk Digital to do those ads. And when you click on them, they're really centralized. So if you've got a listing, it's all that information is basically there. You click the button and it autofills. It's not really hard. It's not like the old days when like Barbara K's and Regina and Tony and I, where we would go with our Polaroid camera and take a picture with the Polaroid and then go glue it onto a piece of paper and then use our typewriter to type up the description of it and then go to the mimeograph machine and make mimeographs and then hand them out, right? This is totally different. It's all automated. You don't even have to get up from your computer anymore. So if you're not doing any advertising and you feel like you need to advertise a listing, come here to Chalk Digital, check out your automated program, your ad builder. The target marketed is going to be more for those people that you work with, your database. You're going to target market those people. And then there's some commercials here that you can use as well from a TV video perspective, since we know video generates a lot of activity and content. All right, that's Chalk Digital. So if you're making notes, write down Chalk Digital and write electronic advertising. All right, Learn Center 2.0. It's 2022. I would have figured we'd up to 3.0 by now. All right, so when you come into Learn Center, there is everything that is on this site. There is some kind of training, whether it's a video, whether it's self-paced, it is here. If it has a workbook, it is here. Some of them don't have workbooks, but if there are workbooks, they're here. So you have in here, across your banner bar, recorded broadcast, the Forever Agent Movement, Forever Agent Productivity if you're in the coaching program, Exceed Providers, Sage CRM, Popular Content, Marketing, Referral and Relocation, Leadership, Certifications and Designation, and different guides. So I'm not going to click on each and every one. You can look there what you're looking for or needing. If you're like, I don't know which ones of these to click, that's fine. Scroll down, and here are the top recorded broadcast and webinars of late. And then you can kind of go through and see the little buttons here and see where you're at. It will also tell you, have you started it? So if I click this, watch, this is 25 hours, 10 minutes, 59 seconds. So if I watch an hour of it, it will show me that I've started watching. This one has Tech Talk series. There's 26 hours of Tech Talk. This one is IQ. There's 32 hours of IQ. You don't have to watch it all. You can watch it, stop at 15 minutes, and then click on it, and it'll come right back to where you left off. So it's very convenient. Don't think you have to sit somewhere for 25 hours and watch consecutively. You can certainly just watch 15, 20 minutes and then come back to it the next time you want to get a little bit more information. All right, then you have your Forever Agent Movement. If you're a big fan of Alan Dalton, like a few of the agents in the Norfolk office are, then this is where you'll see a lot of Alan. All right, so Forever Agent Movement training. Is anybody doing the Forever Agent? Type it in the chat if you're doing the Forever Agent. Yes. Grady is doing Forever Agent. Great. Kathy, no. Anybody yeses? Yeses. Type some yeses. So the reason I'm hitting on the Forever Agent, yes, is the reason I'm hitting on the Forever Agent. there is a statistic that comes out in the home buyers and sellers report. And Haley, if you can grab that link, I know we used it in one of the last classes, CE classes, 2022 home buyer seller report, NAR. If we look at that, the number of agents whose clients say you do a good job is like 82, 83, 84%. So you get an A, or a B plus or an A by like 80% of your clients. And clients that say they've used or repeat used their agent, the number is less than typically 17%. Usually year in, year out, it's somewhere between 9 to 17% have used the agent they've used before. So you've spent a lot of time, effort, energy, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears in those transactions. Now, maybe some of them you don't want to work with again because you really spent a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. But some of them you had a good transaction. It worked well. You made it happen. You spent a lot of time. You invested in that relationship. This forever agent is going to help you leverage that relationship into your next transaction or next deal with them or with someone they know. So really, the forever agent is definitely a tool that everybody should be using in some way, shape, or form. So come in here, take a look at some of these videos, take a look at what they're doing, and apply some of these tools. And Haley has typed that profile of a home buyer and seller in here, so you guys can check that out later. But do check that out and see that like 80% doing a great or better job, and we're only getting like 1 out of 10, maybe 2 out of 10 repeat referral business. I understand it's over years. That's why the forever agent exists. All right, productivity, if you're in that coaching program. So if you're in the coaching program, this is where you'll come get your training. If you're not in it, you can certainly apply for it. You just need to get permission. You have to do your application, then get permission of your manager. And then also let your manager know that you're applying for it, because we'll get these random emails and we have no idea where we're getting this random email. And all it is us trying to say, yes, you can do the coaching program with them. And there's no extra cost. That's all part of your franchise enrollment there. All right, then you have some of your suppliers with the videos, with the training sessions for any of the programs. Sage SCRM, if you're using the Sage CRM, you can come in here for training on how to use this. If you are part of the relocation team, you are using Sage Relocation, so you definitely want to be in here taking these training modules if you want to get on those relocation teams. All right, then you have some popular content for the agents, the quick start, 60-day success plans, building success with a team. Again, lots of good information here. Then you have your headers, marketing, referral and relocation, leadership academies, certification designations, and then the different guides and tools that you might need through the Learning Center. All right, questions on the Learn Center? Any questions? All right. And I want to point out, if you notice up here, the home center, they always open a new tab when you go to these different ones because there's different pieces of software. So they're opening a new tab. Just so you know, if you're kind of going through it, you might end up with 7 or 8 different tabs open. I usually like to shut them as I complete them. All right, marketing resource. If you click on the marketing resource, this will bring you into your campaigns and what type of campaigns you have. All right, so you can type in here, holiday, and hit enter. And now all the most common holidays that are happening right now will start to pop up, and you can see all of the different things that are here. I can come over here to type and say, well, I really prefer an e-card, and it will eliminate everything that is not an e-card. I can say, oh, I want it to be also home buying. Now everything is focused on home buyers or has buyers put into it. If I want to put in here relationship building, then it would eliminate a few other things or add a few things just depending upon how those items are tagged. All right, and then if I said, well, I would prefer it to be with a co-agent because there's 2 of us, those will then change, and you can get those as well if there's anything that's available. So you can go over here and you can play with these search features, and you'll see as you add or subtract, the options will change for you. All right, and then you also have My Library. This should be the training library. Yep. Okay. So there's a couple of different things in here. I think Haley usually uses her library to create those different pieces for the company. So that's probably why there's only a couple here, or she hides them. I'm not sure. But again, like I've said over and over, Haley is the one that sends all the communication to you guys. It is not me. She is the one doing all that hard work, and I appreciate her and thank her for that. So when y'all say thank you, Tim, I always forward it to Haley because she is the one that's doing all the work. I just get to do the fun stuff. All right, so that's the master library. You can go in here and search. You can again search by the type, depending upon what you're looking for. Postcard, if you're looking for a flyer, any ones of those, they're all in here and they're ready to go. Again, we do separate training on the actual resource center. This is just an overview. I'm sorry, the marketing resource. So I'm not getting in depth with that because this is just an overview of the resource center. But we do have some videos of marketing resource. If you're interested, just shoot training at BHHS Town to Haley, and she will send you the link to the video that has the marketing resource video available. If we have it available, which sometimes I say we have it available and then it's not available because it didn't edit right or something. All right, the shop at BHHS, I'm not going to get into. Those of you that like to shop, there you go. Go shop, get your blinged out stuff that says BHHS. All right, Sage CRM is one of the CRMs that is inside of the toolbox. So again, you can come in here to Sage. If you don't have a CRM, if you're not using a CRM, if you're using a shoebox or sticky notes or index cards or the back of envelopes and napkins, it would probably be a little bit easier to digitalize your pieces as well. If you use Town Central as your CRM, your contact list will automatically populate on BHH Marketing Center. Yes, thank you, Lewis. That is a true statement. Ralston and his team have been working very hard to integrate the two software so that the contact flow of information goes back and forth. If you're not having that right now, just reach out to marketing, and marketing will help you get that all connected. All right, so again, you can come in here to Sage CRM and you can work with your productivity and your campaigns, your sphere, tasks, everything that goes with CRM. And I know we have some CRM, some videos on Sage CRM. So if you're not using CRM, you want to get that started for 2023, just send an email to Haley at training@BHHS Town, and she will send you those links to the Sage CRM videos that we did earlier in the year. All right, buyer match or buy side. If you are not putting your buyers or your listings into this, you are missing out on a lot of information, okay? You really want to get in here and you want to add your listings. You want to add your buyers so you can do the match, okay? I'm telling you, if you've got a buyer who's looking for a specific piece of property and you're not finding anything in the MLS, put them into buy side, because there are agents that are using buy side and putting deals together. I know Regina's on, Barbara's on. Barbara, have you seen, and I can see Barbara's face, so everybody else probably can see it. Have you seen agents in the office where you don't have a listing, suddenly you have a contract? Yeah. We've probably done 10 or 12 here in the Norfolk office this year based off of agents putting people into buy side and putting deals together. We've done a couple with the beach office, even people putting properties or clients into buy side and getting those matches. So please make sure you're adding your listings and adding your, and when I'm saying adding your listings, I'm talking about your coming soon listings. Again, we can have coming soon here for Berkshire Hathaway. So it's your coming soons and your buyers into buyer match. All right, you got luxury collection. If you're a member of the luxury collection, I kind of stay away from that. Leave that to Ralston and the luxury team. It is there for you all to use and utilize. And then the last thing is the social media resource. And again, if you're into social media and you like social media, you got time for social media, we have two, Sochi and Ace Social, and we are going to be having some more training specifically on Sochi and Ace. And I think those are tomorrow. Am I right, Haley? Is that tomorrow or January?
I'm sorry, can you repeat what you said?
Are these trainings tomorrow or are they the ones in January?
I believe they're in January.
Okay, so these two social pieces will be the ones that they're going to train in January. And Haley, while you're here, can you tell everybody what tomorrow's two sessions are for marketing, please?
Yes. Give me 1 second to get it pulled up.
I got too many screens open, sorry.
tomorrow at 10 a.m. they're doing close every listing with this, which is understanding how to use buyer marketing analysis to close on listing appointments. And then at 11, they're having before you list and make a match, how to get a match on your coming soon listing and buyer's needs.
Oh, okay. So tomorrow is going to be buy match. This buyer match is going to be definitely tomorrow. And then the social medias are going to be the ones in January he and I talked about. And then also tomorrow at 12, I'm going to be doing the range stats. If you haven't seen the range stats tools, you're looking for that. I will go over the range stats tools tomorrow. And coming up here at 11 o'clock will be Sarah with, who's Sarah with?
Sarah today is doing, I think it's, oh, let me pull it up again. Sarah is doing mortgage market with Jim Miller, the president of Town Bank Mortgage.
If you have not seen the Mortgage Minute, you haven't met Jim Miller, this would be a great session. Shoot an email over to training, and Haley will send you the link for that 11 o'clock class. And then today, no 12 o'clock. I'm getting ready to go to Hurrah for my last board meeting obligation of the year. And I will be doing the stats class that I was going to do today, tomorrow at 12 o'clock. Questions before we sign off? You're welcome, Regina.
I have a Sage question if you got a second.
I will do my best to answer it, Joe, and if I can't, we will get Ralston to do it for you.
Okay. So I am in the coaching program, and one of the things I've been working towards is maybe get my contacts into Sage and out of Buffini.
Sure.
And so a general question is, should we be in Sage or should we be in the contacts on Town Central?
I'm gonna kind of answer it and kind of defer to make sure we clarify. You would definitely want to be in the Town Central ones, and I believe Ralston has it set up that it now talks to Sage. I don't think Sage talks to Town Central. Does that make sense? The information flows one way, not the other.
So I've been trying to, I've taken everything and learned Center on Sage. And my biggest trouble is, like, I'm on Buffini, and Buffini's CRM is so simple to use.
Yes.
And Sage is so bulky to use. And I don't
That's
know
correct.
If
that's a true statement.
So
I would agree with that 100%. Tim Vohar, independent of every entity that's out there, is a Buffini person. So if for whatever that's worth for you, Joe, Tim Vohar,
right.
that I am not endorsing. I'm not endorsing or promoting one CRM over the other. I'm just telling you, I use personally Buffini. That's what I use. And I have access to all these CRMs.
Yeah. Like my trouble with Sage, I'm trying to create my groups. So for example, Christmas card list. I go on Buffini this morning, in 2 minutes, I printed out my Christmas card labels, blah, blah, blah. With Sage, I can't even figure out how to create a group. So
yeah, but I can tell you that if you're trying to get your stuff out of Buffini, it's going to be easy, and you definitely should be importing it into Town Central, because once you get it into Town Central, you're going to be able to get it into other things easier from Town Central, and that includes into Resource Center.
All right. Well, we'll leave it alone. We don't need to drag that out any longer.
Okay. And then I also do want to promote Ralston for you, Joe, would be great. Check your calendar for when Ralston and the marketing team comes to the Williamsburg office, and grab one of those 30-minute appointments that he sets up. He would be able to get you a lot of the information that you probably need or want from that perspective.
All right. Will do. Thanks.
You're welcome, Joe. Anybody else? Other questions?
Looks like Lisa asked, where are the recorded trainings stored?
That would be a question for you to answer, Haley.
Right. So they, you can access them all through your Town Central. If you want them, I can share my screen.
Yeah, probably be a great idea. Let me stop sharing mine. Looks like you already got it.
Okay, can you see my screen?
It's coming up. Hold on one second. Okay, you're up.
All right, so your dashboard should look similar to this. If you go down here, once you click over here at coaching and training, You'll just scroll down here to the training, company training videos. Click on that, and then all of these are links that are going to send you to all of our previous Blitz sessions that we've had. The newest ones are at the bottom. So this was last month, and if you click on that, it's going to send you to our YouTube channel that shows
Okay, hold on just a
that
second.
specific
This is
video.
not the toilet in the bathroom upstairs. This is the.
Does anyone have any
down-
questions?
And
Thank you so much.
sure. And then Haley, if you go back to the dashboard screen or the thing, if you're looking for a video, you can actually type in instead of scrolling through from a cataloging perspective. You can type in here if you know kind of what you're looking for. It'll kind of pull up some of those videos. And there's the videos.
If you search dot loop, they'll all be
Yeah.
down here.
There you go. And then come down and there's the training videos with all the different dot loops. Okay. Other questions?